Coach Helen for YouFit Studio, talking about fast protein. Now, let's make it clear. I mean, first things first, I will say this. I love cooking, right? Most people know about this about me. I could have built it on the 30 things you don't know about me. I actually love cooking. I love it. I find it very relaxing. I also kind of don't like to follow recipes. I just like to slap things up and see what happens. I think it's the only time I get to be truly creative, and so far, everyone's survived a meal that I'm aware of. I mean, nobody's ever written a complaint. Maybe didn't survive it to write it. I don't know. So far, though, I think everyone's survived okay. So one of the things that I'm going to go through today, is some recipe ideas for breakfast, because, and I'm not going to make them like Heather, because again, we already saw this when I tried to bring actual food into a live. It got messy, literally. So even if you fancy a laugh and see me on camera with a lot of chocolate spread, you just watched that one from Friday. That was fun. However, what I do want to do is go over a couple of ideas for breakfast, because of all the things where I think most of my clients, or I would say most people in general, struggle with is getting protein into a morning meal, unless it's a protein cereal, which I hope never exists, although it probably is. Now I've said it, I might have to Google it and find out. So protein cereals might be out there. I hope, for the love of money, not. One of the common questions I get is, how can I get protein into a morning meal? And I could go over all the great reasons about protein. I think we've heard them. I mean, I will just quickly say them again. So, no, they don't help you build muscle. Start with that one. Yes, they help you feel fuller for longer. Yes, they have thermic effective feeding, as in your body uses more calories to process the breakdown of protein. Therefore, it is great to have it in each meal. It's also great for your hair and nails. Generally speaking, protein's great. Within, like everything, within moderation. It's not a whole chicken a meal, people. However, a nice rule of thumb that we've talked about before, or I have talked about before, and if you work with YouFit, we talk about a lot, is just how to make food fill you up for longer and help you get to the body shape, whatever it is you're looking for, right? Whether it's losing weight, gaining weight, changing shape, whatever that is. We'll go through it with you. Nutrition and protein is always part of that. Now, as I said, one of the most common questions, Kate, all right, friend, one of the common questions as a coach is, sounds great, I love the idea of it, how do you get protein into breakfast, Helen? I don't want to be eating any meat or fish or chickpeas for breakfast necessarily, and actually, unless it's protein powder, how else can I get this into breakfast? And a lot of the time also, people want something quick and easy because it's first thing in the morning, and that's where I will cover them because it's kind of a staple and they do work. Before I get into some of these ideas, I will say that of course the protein shake works, super shake, whatever you call it. Yes, that works. Of course, overnight oats works. Again, both relying on protein powder, both take under no minutes to make, especially in the morning because you've done it all pre-prepared, and certainly do have the content everybody needs to stay fuller for longer without being over on calories. You're probably looking about 200-300 calories if you're a female, probably about 5-6 if you're a male. Generally speaking, of course they're great. However, they might work for so long. I think I generally find clients get a bit bored, or actually sometimes they just want quick and easy ideas for things that can be done within the same kind of time frame and do actually have protein in. So I've got some here, right? So I've got some ideas of stuff that, again, I might even throw these out at Heather and say, Heather, watch my lab now, make these. Because, again, not everyone wants to use protein powders. So some of these solutions do not use protein powder because you got to find solutions for things. And I've even got the times of how long it takes to do these. That's what I love. I love this, right? On all of these, actually. Ooh, I didn't check that one. Oh, no, I did. They're all 5 minutes, 5-ish minutes to make, right? I mean, it depends if you chop, like, really slowly. I guess it could take a little bit longer. However, even if I push this, I don't think any of these are going to take more than even 8, 9 minutes, unless you're doing it go slow. So listen to this one, right? So I'm going to go through some options, some alternative options to the protein powder approach. So we've got egg oatmeal. Da, da, da. So instead of adding protein powder, you're adding an egg. So you do the cupped hand of oats, one egg. You can do a little bit of chopped fruit if you want a bit of flavour, and a little splash of milk. That literally takes about 3 minutes. In that, you've got 6 grams of protein from the egg white, which isn't huge. However, it's still actually quite adequate. It's enough protein for a meal, really, if you're starting the day. Not horrendous. If you want to do 2 egg whites and bump it to 12, by all means, go crazy, as long as you don't put in the yolk. So you could go 12 grams of protein with just simply replacing the powder with egg white, right? Apparently it tastes amazing. I've tried it once. I got the milk wrong. However, the flavour was fantastic. Okay, option 2. I feel like I'm going for a menu. You can have a smashed pea and smoked salmon toast. So you can defrost just peas from the freezer in 15 seconds in a microwave. Timed that was true. And mash them up, right? So mash them up, put them on the toast, and put a little bit of smoked salmon on. Now that, when I say a little bit, I don't mean the whole pack. I mean like one of the layers, probably half one, depending on, and that's on one bit of toast and no seeded toast. That comes in at 14 grams of protein, and again, literally, and actually what I have done before as well is you can add some herbs or spices into the peas as you're mashing them. So not only are you getting in everything in there, so you've got the fat from the salmon plus the protein, and you've got your carb, and you've got a veg. Hey, look, covering all the bases there. Again, less than 5 minutes, and like 20 on your toasting system, and 14 grams of protein straight off the bat. Easy peasy, right? Oh, here we go. Protein breakfast sandwich. Doesn't that sound nice? Oh, this is a again, veggie option. So you can do protein breakfast sandwich with English muffin, right? You can get some black beans, season them, add an egg, right? And it gives you 18 grams of protein, and again takes about 5 minutes. So the beans and the egg white give you the protein. You've got fat from the egg yolk. You can add some spinach to that if you want, cover your bases with veggie, and then your English muffin is your carb. Boom! 18 grams of protein, 5 minutes. 5 minute job. Let's get it done, people. This one, this is a favourite one. I had this Sunday morning. Did have this Sunday morning. Literally, you get some tofu if you're vegan. Chop some tofu, add some cumin, break it apart in the pan. Literally just add it to some toast, and there is actually scrambled tofu. It tastes really, really, really nice. Actually, if you're someone who's moving away from eggs and want to, the consistency and the texture is very, very close to scrambled eggs. So scrambled tofu, again, that tofu doesn't take that long to cook at all, really. You don't even, I'll just use a tiny bit of coconut oil, like not even a teaspoon, like half. And I've even done it with, I don't even fry like, but it went a bit crispy. Didn't like it so much. Again though, that when I say like a chopped tofu, you can do half a portion of tofu, gives you 22 grams of protein, right? Again, 5 minute job based on your toaster. Or, chickpea scrambled egg. So 1 egg, 1/3 of a tin of chickpeas, hot sauce. I did this as well. I did this while I was away. Hot sauce, a bit of veg. Kale's usually a good one. Again, that was a 5 minute job. And 30 grams of protein in that, right? Again, 30 grams of protein. So all these solutions come down to, okay, firstly, yes, I know having a stocked kitchen where you can just be creative and go, okay, let's just throw some stuff together. Again, when I've come up with these, I've literally just thought of, I'll be honest, I just went to my cupboard and went, what have I got? And what can I check the protein for? Again, though, I wanted to give options that did have some fish in there, did have some eggs for vegetarians, and also covered some. Tofu is a go-to for a lot of vegans anyway. I think if you're vegan, you haven't done chopped tofu yet, where have you been? However, you could even do the chickpea scramble without the scramble and add in the tofu and come up with the same level of protein, if not a little bit more, by a couple of grams. So the idea of this guide is to just kind of exemplify without kind of making them all. Although I could, I suppose, 5 minutes, I could have made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There you go, 25 minutes. I could have made all these on camera, making a mess. But the process is that it doesn't have to be a liquid approach to protein or a powdered approach to protein as the only solution that's quick, easy, and fast to get in and to reap all the benefits of it. The idea is that timing is just all about creativity. And all of this, again, if you wanted to make it longer, you could, as in, if I wanted to add peppers and onions and more veggies to all of this, would that increase my prep time by twice to 10 minutes? Maybe. Ultimately, all of these, again, are 5 minutes. They're 5 minute jobs. So if you can spare 5 minutes and get them in, then you can, right? So if anyone wants to actually have some more of these steak breakfast, sure. See, this is the thing though. Steak. I was about to call you steak. This is the thing, steak. Good Asa. So the thing is with me is that I admit that, and if anybody asked me, I did for a period of time have beef mince for breakfast when I was trying stuff out. Like, batch cooked it. People coming to work at 7 a.m. with a toast over there with mince going, hi. Because, I mean, that's not for everybody. I was a very individual little snowflake when it came to that. I just, that was me. I kind of rationalised it. The sausages were also meat, so there wasn't much difference. Other than people like, what are you eating? Mince. It's 6 a.m, of course. However, also, you don't need to do that. Although steak breakfast is not a bad shout, actually, Kate. I think it's an American thing. You can actually, there is one particular place in Leicester which I won't talk about because I have been there in my old life. They do a steak breakfast. There's 2 places in Leicester I know of, because I would actually look for places that did do steak breakfast. So yeah, it's not the premise of it isn't is there, right? However, maybe not if you where you are steak. We keep calling you steak, Kate. Here was on my mind, meat. However, again, if I wanted to increase the prep time on this, or I wanted to make it more complicated, I would make it more complicated. I'd make it more than 3 or 4 ingredients. And that's the thing. If you want to get protein in quickly, and want to cover bases, go for the 3 or 4 recipe ingredient rules. I think a well-known chef might have well taken that idea and made a book out of it. However, primarily, they were also correct, because you look at all the prep time for all those meals, they're very quick for that reason. So yeah, if anyone asks me ideas for breakfast, I am your person, and then I'll pass you on to Heather to actually give you all the measurements and everything. However, so just recap what I went through, because this is a relatively quick one today, but I wanted to just cover this because it's such a common question. Like, I go through it all, and they're like, what am I going to have for breakfast? Oh, I want to get protein in my breakfast. I don't want to put protein powder in my cornflakes. I can. So it isn't just about that though. I know that all the go-tos are easy. Most people want breakfast to be easy and quick, because they want it to be easy and quick, right? They want to go on with a working day. However, guess what? We're kind of in a place where we don't have to commute so much anymore. So if you're wanting to give a bit of more flurry or creativity to your breakfast, now could well be the time. Or even weekends, right? This is the thing. Start to I always say to clients, if you haven't got time in the week, start to play with stuff at the weekend. Start to see where you could be creative. Change how you look at protein as only one element at breakfast, which is either bacon as well, right? Bacon, egg, sausage, no. Or protein powder, no. There are other ways of looking at it that get you a great amount of protein without any time. So again, if anyone wants us to know any of these, I've got them all written down. I've tried and tested them all. Egg oatmeal, I wasn't sure on that one. I'm going to be honest, it did work. But egg oatmeal, I went over. So you can do either oats, egg, fruit, a bit of milk. 5 minutes prep time. The smashed pea one was banging, by the way. Smashed pea, I did a bit of fresh mint in it. I went a bit random. It's nice. Smoked salmon on toast. So you want to do is just crush up the peas on the toast. 14 grams of protein straight in the bag. If you want a protein breakfast sandwich, you can go for English muffin. Mash up some black beans as well, or kidney beans I think will work, but black beans, because I went all posh. You can season them, add an egg, and there you go, you've got 18 grams of protein. It takes 5 minutes if you're cooking the egg at the same time as prepping. Oh, the good old scrambled tofu. Fucking love that stuff. Chopped tofu, add some cumin in the pan. It only takes about 3 or 4 minutes to cook. Straight on a bit of toast. There you go, 22 grams of protein off the bat. That is pure protein. Or if you go for chickpea scrambled egg. So 1 egg, 1/3 of the chickpeas, bit of hot sauce. The hot sauce brings that, by the way. The hot sauce brings that. I use like a spiced vegan mayo, like a small drizzle as well. Just saying. Oh, I can eat that now. You could just add some kale into that raw, or just blanch it, and there you go. 5 minutes, 30 grams of protein. Done, right? So the moral of the story is creativity wins, right? Creativity wins when it comes to getting protein into your breakfast. You can be creative with shakes, and you can be creative with your overnight oats. Ultimately, at some point, you want to diversify. So again, if you want more ideas for if you remember, obviously you get you've got Heather, your literal personal chef. So if any of you want any more ideas for breakfast, that's things like getting hungry. If you any more ideas for breakfast, by all means reach out to myself or Heather, and we can get some stuff together for you if you remember. And remember, you've got if you remember, you've got the units inside the private group. So in there, please use them. There's like 200 odd recipes in there, divided down by meals, and those breakfast ones, I mean, all of them are pretty good. I should stop doing lives this time of the day, especially when I have not had my dinner yet. I'm like this, let's talk food when I have not eaten. However, I'm just thinking about the recipes in there. There are some absolutely fantastic ideas in there. And again, if you want something more bespoke or specialised, that's what we're here for. So by all means, use us for that stuff. Please, I like to be creative. I like to make Heather be even more creative than me. Tag Heather into You Fit Insider. Again, if you want some recipe ideas, the different ones I've gone through. Again, know that all these are quite relatively great on, in fact, all of them are great on calories, to be honest with you. Not check them all out. I was just looking at the protein. But I can tell you off the bat that they're not. They're all under probably 300 easily. English muffin, I might have to half the muffin. Everything else, though, actually is well within 300 boundary, really, 350. So again, you don't have to go big on calories either. So in the meantime, right, I'm obsessed with chocolate at the minute. We've got some more sweet tooth troubles going on tomorrow. The old cravings for the old sugar. So we're doing that one tomorrow at 5. Do please join me. So have a fantastic evening and catch you tomorrow.